Gun laws are pushed and often passed because the political elite convince the sheeple that they will save lives. Well, here's another example of gun control laws for thee, but not for me. This is Judge Celenthia Latoy Miller, a Wayne County, Michigan 3rd Circuit Juvenile Court judge, and she was arrested on June 8th after leaving a Smith & Wesson Bodyguard .380 pistol in her purse as she went through security at the Detroit Metropolitan Wayne County Airport. Now, Michigan has universal background checks and is one of only 5 states where you have to register your guns with the state gun registry. And universal background checks come in play for transfers. We'll talk about that here in a second. But the gun that the judge had was not registered. Yeah, laws for thee, but not for me. First off, if you think that gun control laws and registration laws are unconstitutional, subscribe to Guns and Gadgets down below. I'll give you news every day on our Second Amendment. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's ugly, but I'll bring it to you regardless. Thank you for joining the team. I want to also thank the sponsor of the video, that's Ammo Squared. Ammo Squared is a budget-friendly way to build a stockpile of ammo. It's customizable to your budget, so you can buy as little as a few dollars a month and let it grow over time. Or buy a whole bunch at once so that you have it when you need it. It is truly an automated set-it-and-forget-it ammo purchasing. Pick your calibers, set your budget, select a shipping trigger, and that's it. Ammo builds up over time and is delivered automatically when you want it. Ammo Squared is like an ammo 401k or an ammo savings account. There's no minimum to buy, there's no memberships needed, and no extra fees. Head on over to Ammo Squared to start buying ammo in a way that best fits your budget. Appreciate you guys for helping the channel out. Also, we just restocked these Be Awake, Not Woke shirts over at Blackout Coffee. And also check out our premium instant coffee if you travel or hike or go fishing or hunting and you want the best coffee around. Check it out, blackoutcoffee.com/GNG. All right, Judge Miller was about to board her Delta Airlines flight to New York's LaGuardia Airport, trash airport, at about 9:18 in the morning on June 8th when a TSA agent spotted the pistol on her X-ray machine's monitor. Now, according to the report, quote, a TSA agent whose name was redacted checked Ms. Miller's purse and found a Smith & Wesson M&P Bodyguard .380. They said, quote, I cleared the weapon to make it safe. There was a round of ammunition chambered. The firearm was not artfully concealed. I had located Ms. Miller's credentials, her ID, her driver's license, and another item that was redacted on the police report. Ms. Miller told me she had not registered the firearm at this time. Well, that's another law she broke. So there's a law in Michigan for carrying guns at an airport. There's always obviously a federal law for bringing a firearm to a TSA checkpoint. And Michigan has a registry law, so that's 3. Keep track. Ms. Miller told me that her brother lived and purchased the firearm in blank. So now she's saying that it's her brother's gun. Well, that's a transfer. They didn't do the universal background check on the transfer. That's another law that they broke. Ms. Miller was told she was under arrest for bringing a loaded firearm through an airport security checkpoint. TSA conducted their additional screening, and upon Ms. Miller's completing the TSA screening, airport police escorted her to another area of the airport. She was issued a misdemeanor ordinance violation for dangerous weapons and ordered to contact Romulus's 34th District Court within 14 days. Again, quote, I told Ms. Miller the weapon would be held as evidence until court proceedings concluded. Ms. Miller was advised she would need to provide documentation the weapon was hers. I advised Ms. Miller of the court information and I released her on scene. Now, Miller's attorney, whose name is Todd Perkins, said the gun belonged to a close friend. It's a different story. He said this, quote, it's not really her brother. They've known each other for years, so it's like their family. It's still a lie to the police. Now that the judge has been jammed up for this gun law, many prominent people in Michigan are saying that it's an old law that should be repealed because it's unconstitutional. Huh, you don't say. Now, for breaking the ban of carrying firearms at an airport, the judge faces a fine of $1,000 and up to a year in jail or both. But TSA, they can add more fines for carrying guns at airports, and the penalty for that can be up to $14,950 depending on the situation. My prediction? Not going to happen. She's going to walk, just like she walked from the arrest. Yeah. Another example of those who think they are above you and I, ignoring the laws they enforce to keep us in check. And what say you, America? I'll tell you what my opinion is. The law is unconstitutional. She shouldn't have gotten jammed up. But she would have probably stood in front of, we would have stood in front of her if it were you or I that brought a gun onto the airport. And what do you think she would have done to us? Sound off in the comments down below. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Thank you for your support of this channel. Have a phenomenal day. Take care.